Fresh pasta.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Do you remember it?
I remember. Yeah. Can I come?
Yeah.
My big, beautiful box. How are we doing? That's a big old box of pasta. Oh. Play-Doh. Holy no. You guys, I'm older than 4 years old. I'm actually 31. More Play-Doh. So much more fun. Ravioli. Oh. Andy, what's this shape?
Oh, I feel like you used to see it a lot more.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm kind of here for it.
I'm not here for this, though.
Penne can go f itself. Is this my rolling pin? For some reason, in the last couple of years, like, I have become like the pasta girl here. This is sun-dried tomato. I guess I better get my water boiling. Just kidding. Oh, cool. We're making rigatoni. Wow, I really feel like a child right now. Tie-dye pasta. Is that the next thing? Oh, should I go for this now?
Go for that.
I think some things fell off.
Oh no. Oh no, what did it say?
Make a words.
No, that's right.
Oh, make a word out of these SpaghettiOs, and that's going to be maybe the next clue. Pasta. Fresh pasta.
This episode is all about fresh pasta.
Here for it. I was given a bunch of presents. Look at that mortadella, would ya? A lot of clues. Oh boy. And taken on a wacky scavenger hunt to learn all there is to know about handmade pasta. Love fresh pasta. Number 2. Get old school. Like, in some way I want to say DiPaolo's, but they're not really known for their fresh pasta. Maybe I'll just have to be surprised. Outside Ruffetto's. I'm not exactly sure what's in store for today, but let's head inside. Hi.
Hello, Molly. I'm Andrew Ruffetto.
Hi, Andrew.
Sarah Ruffetto.
Hi. So Ruffetto's has been open for 14 years. 114 years.
It started around the corner on Sullivan Street, and thankfully my grandfather bought this building in 1920 and moved the business to its current location.
Okay, so what are we doing here today then?
Yeah.
Thank you. Number 3. Work the guillotine. I didn't know that a pasta guillotine was a thing. No beheadings.
No. So here's our machine.
She's beautiful.
Which is now 103 years old.
Dang.
But still works like we said. So I hold it on this side,
Yeah.
turn the machine on, and it's just gonna go.
Oh.
This cut would be called paglia e fieno, which means hay and straw. You know, egg and spinach linguine.
So you get a nice blend. Let's do tagliatelle.
So, tagliatelle is in between the 2 and the 4. So it's going to move a bit quicker.
That's intense. That machine hasn't really broken in, 100 years? Like, they've no need to upgrade to whatever machinery most pasta restaurants are using now. And that's tight.
And that should be 1.25 pounds. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa. Okay, this man's been doing it for a while.
That's true.
Okay, we got the pasta that I made. Coolio.
All set.
Thank you guys
You're
so
welcome.
much. Take care.
My pleasure.
So this was not exactly part of the plan for the day, but we are at DiPaolo's, and it is an Italian food mecca. Yes, I'm Molly. I am here from Bon Appetit because I am working on some fresh pasta. I already grabbed some stuff down the street. We were at Raffetto's.
Okay, great.
But I'm wondering,
Great store.
yes, you guys are friends. You opened
Sure.
around the same time, right?
Yeah, we're over 100 years. This March is 110.
Yeah, that's awesome. The first time that I tasted really good fresh ricotta was here. My dad brought me here when I was like, I don't know, 16 or something. And
Sure,
we
I was behind
became.
the counter.
You were, I remember you. My dad and I got pretty obsessed with Italian food. And like we would always come to DiPaolo's, always saw Lou behind the counter. But the thing that I used to come for was their ricotta cheese.
And this is only fresh milk and a little bit of salt.
This is really bringing me back to the first time I came here. So delicious.
And what else would you like?
I'm never coming in here and not getting mortadella, so
Okay, do you want a very special mortadella?
obviously.
Okay, we'll get you a very special.
Look at that mortadella, would ya?
The same size as my son when he was born.
Oh my God, this is the biggest mortadella I've ever seen.
Oh, this is not, this is a baby. Smell that aroma?
So good.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Lou.
All right, thank you, enjoy.
Bye.
Do you know what we're gonna do now?
We're going to make pasta now. I can say that with some certainty.
Have you seen the door?
Oh. Number 4. Get new school. Okay, so we already got old school at Raffetto's, and now let's go inside and get new school.
But you're not going to, so you might have to.
Who are these people? Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott.
I'm Angie.
Hi.
We're here from Don Angie in the West Village.
Oh, nice.
We both grew up in Italian-American families, so we're like super passionate about Italian-American cuisine. And we try to do like a new take, a modern take on Italian-American cuisine in the restaurant.
Cool, okay. So what are you guys going to teach me today? Thank you. Okay, number 5, make the dough. Not the dough. The dough. Not sure if that has anything to do with what we're about to do, but...
All the pastas that we do at Don Angie are handmade. We don't use an extruder. The particular shape we're gonna do right now is the caramelle. It's like a candy-shaped pasta.
Oh, with the
You
like
might have
little...
seen- Yeah, exactly. We make 2 doughs, one that's flavored with pulverized black sesame, and we make just like a straightforward one as well. And then we kind of like intertwine the two to make this sort of like freestyle, like
tie-dye
zigzaggy
kind of color.
Oh,
pattern.
interesting.
Yeah.
Did somebody
So-
say tie-dye? Just like yesterday when I walked in, I was like, I want to make tie-dye pasta. And they were all just like, tie-dye pasta. Is that the next thing?
The dough we're gonna mix right now is an egg-based dough. So we use this finely milled durum flour. And then the 00 flour, this is made from like a softer form of wheat. Semolina, it's a little coarser.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix this like old school style, the way you see like, you know, grandma mixing it or something.
Make a well.
Yeah.
In the restaurant, we typically mix it in like a little mixer because we're making usually like a little bit bigger of a batch than this. But
You always add the yolks first. Wow, these are nice.
yeah,
They're beautiful.
not to sound like but we really do try to use. Sorry.
Love a bag over here.
No, but we try to use like really high quality eggs in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because especially for our
Well, I
pasta
mean,
dough,
it's like 50%
it makes
eggs.
it makes a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Sure.
And then once you get this like pretty well incorporated, then you're gonna wanna start adding whole eggs, but you wanna do it one by one.
The egg and the egg white give it structure and kind of like buoyancy almost.
I think it's a little dry in here. We need like one more
Yolk.
egg yolk.
Can I plop her in?
Yeah. There we go.
People might look at it and be like, you know, this is way too
dry,
dry, but
have
you
to
gotta
add.
like just trust it, wrap it, let it sit, and it'll hydrate.
Totally.
You wanna get in here and finish it up? or
Yeah.
what? This is how it should feel. It shouldn't feel like really wet.
Sorry to like weirdly
that's
tower
okay.
over you, but I feel like I'm gonna get better leverage. Well, it's getting really stiff.
Yeah. That's why you gotta let it rest too.
So we wrap this up, let it rest for a minimum of 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then this is the version that has rested. It feels so much more supple than this one is very tight.
The best way to start sheeting the dough is to cut it into planks. Put it through the widest setting, and then we fold it. Because you want it to kind of be the exact size of this, and then you get the maximum use out of it. All right, so this looks pretty good. So this is the same recipe, we just add black sesame powder to it.
I want to put this in my smoothies.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Scott and Angie don't use strictly Italian ingredients, but they cook in a very Italian spirit. They feel like, okay, this is actually just like a canvas upon which I can throw all of my creativity, and it continually can evolve.
All right, so this is actually the really fun part of making this pasta.
Oh, fun, great.
You're just gonna cut like thin strips. So we honestly would just take it and we start making all sorts of random patterns.
Just throw a bunch of worms on there.
That's all
Exactly.
you. Right, so you really want to push it down.
Okay. Is this what you're looking for, or are they too
Yeah.
close?
No, good. Now you're gonna start going through thinner and thinner.
This is pretty thin, but it's still pretty like strong.
So now we're gonna cut it with this pastry cutter.
Here we go.
Good.
We do a combination of buffalo ricotta as well as some cows, and we add a little bit of Italian cream cheese.
We'll just spray it really quick with a little bit of water. And then you're gonna roll, push down, and pinch the sides.
So you do all of this by hand?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Man.
Maybe the shape's a little too easy for you.
Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna make lorigitas next. It's kind of like a ring-shaped, twisted like rope.
You know, the sheeter comes with these cutter attachments. I put it through the really wide one, and then you just do it till it becomes a really smooth rope. Hold it with your thumb and forefinger, and you're gonna go around and you're gonna break it off and pinch it together right here. And then you're gonna twist it like this,
okay.
and it forms a ring like that.
And you go like opposite directions.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna show you a couple of like freestyle things that we've come up with.
What does that mean exactly?
messing around.
Freestyle.
Things that aren't like typically found in Italy, like
Okay,
traditionally made.
non-traditional.
Exactly.
Things that like
least
came
that
out of
we know of.
experimentation.
Yeah, that we know of. I mean, who knows?
Okay.
This is based on a shape called scarpinoc, which is usually just like one dot, and basically all we changed about it is we did two. So we kind of pinch, and then just
Oh,
give like little sunglasses. You want to give them a whirl?
yeah.
Pinch and like push down. Yeah, and then same on the edges, exactly.
Beep. They're a little small. I'd have to make a larger one.
So another sort of unique shape we can show you. We like refer to it as a double agnolotti, and then we kind of like fold it. Sort of looks like a little bonnet almost, like
Yeah.
a stuffed bonnet.
It's a bonnet. God, there's like a million things you could make.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It really does look like a bonnet.
How do you say bonnet in Italian? Cappellino.
Okay,
That's cute. What a cute name.
Anyway, I just heard you say you can make 100 shapes, or you can make 1,000,000 shapes,
Oh,
right?
I said that? Yes.
I've taught you a lot, so here you
Oh,
go.
boy. Okay, number 6. Oh. Invent a shape. Okay. By myself or with them?
By yourself.
Oh.
Good luck.
Guys. I'm tasked with creating a new shape, but I want to take some inspiration from what I just learned about blending colors. And obviously, I already mentioned that I'd like to do tie-dye pasta before they even arrived. And we have all of these natural dye powders. I'm going to use the rested eggless dough because it's lighter in color. Here comes my cocktail! What is that? Americano?
A little Americano, a little aperitivo for you.
Oh
You're
my
making
god.
pasta.
Cheers. You're not having one?
Try January.
Oh. Seriously? I'm gonna try and figure out how to make tie-dye pasta right now.
What? What? What?
Have you ever seen that before? Because I haven't. This is dough that I made with the owners of Don Angie. Have
Don
you been
Angie.
there? Yeah. Have you
Love
been
it.
there?
It's so good, yeah.
I haven't been there.
You've never been?
No.
You'd love it.
I'm gonna go.
You gotta go.
And then I have to come up with a pasta shape that's unique.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they do some cool pasta shapes.
I know. They showed me them.
I've had these
See?
at Don Angie. They're amazing.
How can I do a wiener dog shape? When I get my next weenie dog, it's going to be called tono, which is the Italian word for tuna. So it's going to be tuna and tono. So yeah, maybe it's tonatelli. It's called
Tonatini.
Tonatini. Tonini. Tonino. Tonina. Tonini. Let's try a little pink, shall we? Are we feeling this vibe?
I'm honestly not.
Looks like you f***ed up,
Looks kind of like you did.
right? Okay, one more thing I want to try is to just add a little bit of water because I think that'll make it a little bit easier to incorporate them into the dough. I'm really just going for it here, guys. I don't know what's happening. It just spurted out on me. Please hold. Upon reflection, I'm going to make 2 to 3 different colored pasta doughs and then sheet them through together. We're gonna do this in a stand mixer for 10 minutes each one. It'll save us half an hour. So we got pink, we'll do purple, and we'll do red. And I'm gonna stir them on low. Once I add the water, it's gonna like come to life.
What's all these colors? What do we got going?
You know how Rick made the tie-dye colored holiday cookies?
Yeah.
So he used all these natural like food coloring powders.
Freeze-dried fruits or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Beet powder, pitaya. Anyway, I'm using it in the pasta dough.
It's also going to bring out a little flavor, no?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very wet.
That seems very wet, right?
Very wet. This seems very wet too.
That's so wet.
I think they're all way too wet.
All right, I'm gonna add
like
flour.
it should
It's usually like almost too dry. It's always tomorrow.
I'm not here tomorrow.
Me neither.
I'm going to Miami. What are you
Florida,
doing?
before it sinks off into the ocean,
Yeah. One last hurrah.
right?
Flour.
Yeah.
If my hydration's too high, I feel like it's better to start.
I'm not doing that.
Things just never, she's kind of right though.
Sola was telling me that I needed to start over entirely, which no, I didn't. It's okay to add flour. It's a bunch of malarkey.
What kind of shape you doing?
No, I have to invent a shape.
Invent a shape? I feel like the Italians kind of covered that.
Well, they told me I have to invent a shape.
They got like 75,000 shapes.
So yes, everything's been done. Probably what hasn't been done is weenie dogs. I'm sorry. So I am now going to rest these doughs because they're going to continue to hydrate and relax a bit. I'm going to just play around with some of this other dough that we have and try and figure out how to make my little Tonino, whatever it is going to be called. Do I do this? This looks like a seal. You guys, is this the stupidest thing I've ever done or the coolest? I can't tell.
I would totally think that was a weenie dog.
You would? Yeah. Let's cook it.
Hi, tuna.
No, I don't want to cook tuna.
Okay.
Here we go. It's like f***ed up. It's kind of morbid to see like a little weenie dog floating around in a hot pot of water. Hey Sola, what do you see?
It's tuna.
So what you're saying is I nailed it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll perfect it, but she came out all right. I'll drizzle in a little oil before I taste it. The parts where I like did a lot of like twisting and where I made the neck and the tail, it's a little thick, but generally speaking, it worked. So I am gonna try rolling this red one out. I'm gonna leave it this thin and roll out the other ones. Let's do purple. Okay, pink. Here I am, I'm trying to make tie-dyed pasta.
Dude, what?
Because I do
You
want,
might even like almost need like dots.
I could use biscuit cutters. Who knows, maybe I pivot and maybe it's polka dot. Ooh, these could be good. Maybe it's the absence of the polka dot is the way to go. Oh, this is tight looking. Okay, I feel like I need to make like at least 20 of these guys. Rhoda, Can I teach you how to make the weenie dog shape?
I would love to learn this.
Okay, I lay down a line of the ricotta filling. It gets rolled, and then you find where the filling is and just make sure you're like pushing just to close it.
Does that seem good?
Yeah, that seems great. You know how Brad was all like, you're never gonna be able to make a shape that hasn't been made before?
Dent a shape, I feel like the Italians kind of come back. They got like 75,000 shapes. Like 75,000 shapes.
The Italians are making weenie dogs. I could be wrong. Someone please tell me if I am in the comments. I'm dying to know. Okay, so the weenies are freezing, and I am just gonna get a pasta sauce going. I'm gonna do like a version of pasta al limone. Okay, so this is gonna be an emulsion of pasta water, which is gonna help to emulsify this sauce. I have cold butter. It's important that the butter be cold so that it can properly emulsify with the hot pasta water. Each piece of butter is fully melted before adding the next, and I'm gonna continue to agitate it. I'm gonna turn it off the heat and grate in a bit of parm. All right, here goes nothing. Bye, everyone.
So then you have one thing left to do after this.
Okay. Plate your pasta. Well, I was already gonna do that. So they've risen to the top. I'm going to now add them to the sauce because I don't want them to overcook. This is a great time to grate some zest. Juice of a lemon. Yeah, I know that's a lot of butter sauce. So there they are in their little pan. For a first shot, I think they turned out okay. I mean, they looked like weenies, kind of like fetuses too, but... Okay, we're gonna go for like a linear plating situation. Very modern. Little pig fetuses. But they weren't. They were weenie dogs. That one's good. All right, souls, I'm ready to present to you my tie-dye salsicini.
All right.
Here they are.
So colorful.
Here's my little hero weenie.
Wow, she's beautiful. This is how many weenies you're trying to have in the future.
No, I want 13, a baker's dozen.
13, okay.
It's like pasta al limone with pistachios and the buffalo ricotta like filling.
It's delicious.
They were delicious. They spoke to my heart.
It's got like a little bit of the bite you might get from like a rigatoni.
Exactly, and then like a fresh pasta.
Agnolotti vibe.
Best of both.
Great job.
Thank you. Well, you can just look for yourselves.
Wow.
It's tie-dyed weenie dog pasta. Look at this one at the top.
The thing is,
That is like a proper weenie dog.
I know, but they're like flesh colored.
I know. I know. They look like fetuses.